to keep in mind. As a creative, you already know how to solve problems creatively. I'd been like an amateur photographer growing up. I grew up in a dark room, literally, like in my father's basement. I actually started out in this industry in 1986. It was like a classified ad in the New York Times for Photo District News, which was actually the sister publication of Rangefinder. And that really launched me, like getting into the whole photography world. And I was there for 25 years. And then I moved over to Rangefinder. Rangefinder actually came to be like in the 1950s. It really did encompass all photography. I had just written a couple of books on wedding photography. So Rangefinder's pivot was going to be more towards like wedding photography to be more in alignment with WPPI. That was like my journey in a nutshell. Rangefinder is a presence in the industry. We transcended how the vehicle that it comes in. We really seamlessly transitioned from print to like online. We had to like change our whole focus on how we do advertising. Now it's more about like sponsorships and packages, not just like a one web banner ad. And I think a lot of magazines really suffered in the last couple of years because of like the decline of print advertising. We started using a lot of SEO tools and this thing called SEMrush, where it helps us identify keywords. We use Google Analytics. That's one huge difference from like magazine versus website, that we're really measuring the data and really hone in on like the articles that we know people are looking for. And so it's become a data-driven content platform where the magazine wasn't necessarily. In retrospect, I think it was actually a great decision. We like to just say that it doesn't matter the package it comes in, like we're still there. We're still there for the industry. So much happened in 2020 with the pandemic happening. Like wedding photography was pretty decimated for a while. You know, there were so many photographers who lost all their bookings, but we also saw like this progression of people pivoting their brands and reaching out, being more creative. And we did a lot of articles and people would reach out to like local restaurants and try to do advertising work for them. So where they were just purely wedding photographer before, you know, now they're doing like family and maternity or doing like family portraiture remotely and greeting cards and things like that. But again, like they really started to think on their feet, and wedding photography is not dead. It changed shape. So there's a lot of micro weddings and elopements are becoming really big, and really banding together with other wedding vendors like Loris and the Baker and building packages from all the vendors. We're also more in alignment than ever with WPPI. Arlene Evans, who's the content director of WPPI and Rangefinder, and he's also been tasked with like bringing in more portraiture and more new speakers. And they just announced the class lineup recently, which we have an article on Rangefinder. Libby Peterson is the senior editor. Libby really spearheads the Rangefinder's the 30 Rising Stars. I think we're in our 10th or 11th year now, and we're just starting to like gain momentum on that again in terms of getting nominations for the 2021 list. I love the community. The people that we write about in Rangefinder, they're just so down to earth. Jerry Gionis's and Roberto Valenzuela. You could just be getting out of art school and go and knock on Roberto's door, and he's willing to teach you and talk to you. I mean, we just did a piece that he actually wrote for us. He mentored a woman who lives in Croatia. Her name's Lana Pollock, and she is doing self-portraits to help teach herself photo skills. And he saw some of the images and was blown away. And he wanted to become a mentor to her. That's phenomenal. I don't know that people even like understand like all that goes into wedding photography and all the different photo genres that it encompasses. Because a wedding photographer has to know photo J and still life, how to shoot food and everything all rolled into one. And it's a lot of hard work. I think that's the other part of Rangefinder, that it's about photography written by photographers, these experts who are like giving advice to people, not a writer just asking a photographer. Again, it doesn't matter how it's being published, print, magazine, or online, or we're at the show, like it's the same great information. We're always there, sustaining your career long term, and that's what we help with.